Hello and welcome to Media 7. It was pitched as good news in a way that would gladden the heart of any spin doctor, but the announcement late last month that the Levin Daily Chronicle is to cease publication as a daily newspaper is being seen by some as a death in the family. The Chronicle's owner, APN, is converting the paper into what it describes as a unique bi-weekly free sheet, bringing to an end 115 years of daily news. In this special show, we look at what the loss of another local daily means to the media landscape. As Simon Pound explains in this report, the Chronic isn't just any old rag.
Levin, heart of the Horowhenua, a provincial centre like many others around New Zealand. It's home to around 20,000 residents, a couple of sets of traffic lights, and an award-winning local paper. The Daily Chronicle is unusual in that it has increased its circulation the last 2 years running. It is the Pacific Area Pampa Paper of the Year, and, according to its owners APN, their Paper of the Year, a backbone of the local community.
I think it's pretty good.
I think it's a necessity in here so we can know what's going around in our town.
But late last month, APN announced that this daily is being closed. Citing falling advertising revenue, the 115-year-old Chronicle is moving to a twice-weekly giveaway format. Journalists' jobs and advocacy will be lost. Ginger is one of the affected workers. This will be one of the last times he will oversee the delivery of the papers. He looks after Foxton, in the shadow of the recently closed Feltex factory.
The Horowhenua has been hit hard, yeah. Yes, Foxton lost about 80 jobs with Feltex closing. Now mine, that's 81.
Local community leaders are saddened by the closure. Labour MP Darren Hughes.
I'm really sad the Chronicle is going to close. It's a real setback for us, I think, because it's something that many communities our size, and indeed lots bigger, can't say they have their own localised daily voice.
National MP Nathan Guy.
Oh, it's been huge in our community, has a long history here in the Horowhenua district, and I think it's a real shame that they've chosen to reduce it down to just 2 days a week.
Local employer Davey Hughes of Swazi Clothing.
It's really the voice of the community. They play a very special role and a special part in the lives of the people within that community.
Falling ad support is the justification for the closure. One large advertiser in any small community is the local council. In this letter to the Chronicle, local man Graham Thompson raised the issue of the council withdrawing an alleged $60,000 of advertising. The council moved their notice board from the 10-journo-strong Levin Daily Chronicle to a lightly resourced giveaway, the Horowhenua Mail. Could this have been a factor?
It was running a fine line, I think, financially anyway, and the loss of, even $60,000 a year is not a lot, but it was probably enough to make the ground even more shaky.
I think it was a mistake, and I think it was one that, has certainly led to the demise of the paper.
The paper has been active in criticising council decisions. Over in Foxton, Anne Hunt is an outspoken member of that council.
I used to get into a lot of trouble just for writing letters to the editor because we were actually discouraged from communicating in any shape or form with the media.
Anne thinks the paper's feisty reportage may have put it offside with the council and helped to seal its fate.
My personal feeling, yes. I've had a concern all along that if we withdrew that advertising that the Chronicle might not survive.
Mayor Brendan Duffy disagrees.
Well, I think that's Anne Hunt's view, it's certainly not my view. I mean, if a community newspaper can't survive on losing one advertiser, I think there's something seriously wrong.
With the shutdown, what do you think the feeling is in the community?
Well, I think you need to appreciate it has a circulation of some 3,000 papers. There's 30-odd thousand people in the district. The readership is relatively small. The reaction has been mute.
I like anything that's free, but they're not going to cover the news, local news, as well as they could.
Well, no one can live on a giveaway, can they?
No. What do you think it'll do for journalism in the area?
Oh, they'll have to work for nothing, won't they?
The thing that's saddest about it is that I've always known that once this paper closed as a daily, you can never reinstitute it. There'll be no going back. This will be what we now lose in our area, and that's a great shame.
While the reaction isn't quite mute, the Mayor raises an issue. This is about more than the removal of one advertiser. The real question is, if this area has to lose its paper, the reigning Panpa Paper of the Year, the reigning APM Paper of the Year, after 2 years of circulation growth, then what is the future for provincial journalism in New Zealand?